In order to do any changes in life, we will use a specific tool for that. Change your focus, start doing something differently. What are the 3 specific steps which I can do in order to drastically raise my energy level? You focus onto that question. I always want to keep these and open up this chakra correctly. It just shows me everything is stable, but don't accept it as the ultimate truth. Hello everyone, my name is Yulia and I welcome you all to this session which will be devoted specifically to how to regain our energy and make sure it keeps staying stable right during the day, and what we can do specifically about it. We will use a specific tool for that, which is called tarot cards. I am the creator of the Tridevia Tarot deck and I use it as a self-reflective tool, objective tool for self-reflection, meaning that every time when I go, let's say in the morning, to my bathroom, I want to look at myself objectively, right? To see, oh, maybe I can correct something in my looks here. Maybe something is wrong, maybe I can beautify something or whatever, just make it better or whatever. Right? So I want to have a look, the snapshot first in my bathroom, how I look like, and then I can do the actions towards enhancing the situation. And that's why I created this specific deck, which is directed to encrypt those specific codes for seeing the picture about myself clearly and then taking the informative decisions. How can I correct the situation towards the balance? All right, so let's get started. Today we will use this deck and I will literally walk you through step by step how we can do specific steps into our lives to increase our levels of energy. In order to do any changes in life, first of all, you want to change your focus, you want to start doing something differently, and you want to start saying something differently. And then it becomes a really powerful tool of creation. So you want to unite your Ajna chakra, your third eye chakra focus. You want to unite it with your heart chakra, so the self-organizing center of all, and with solar plexus chakra. And then this powerful union creates you, unstoppable you in your creation. All right, let's get started. So here we will use our deck, the deck which I created, as I mentioned about it. And I love to ask powerful questions when I work with my mirror self-reflection tool. So my question today for this deck, for my reflection tool, this is all even reflecting it also, just to write it in a specific way that it's a mirror, right? It's a mirror. So my question today for this deck, for my mirror deck, is what are the 3 specific steps which I can do in order to drastically raise my energy level? Okay, and then I pull 3 cards. I start shuffling this deck. You can use different techniques if you are aspiring tarot reader. If you're a beginner, just use the regular one, like what I show you here, and you can be using it in a slow mode, in a very quick mode, whatever works for you. Most important, you keep that sense of focus. You focus onto that question, what are the 3 specific steps which I can do, which are in the power of my doing, so that I would drastically raise my energy levels. Okay? All right. And I pull out 3 cards. Card number 1, 4 of Cups. Pay attention how many symbolic representations are into this card. I wired it specifically in my deck. Why? Because I want to teach you guys, and when I work with it, I want to teach myself as well to work with attention. I always want to keep these Ajna chakra, third eye chakra open. That's why I have to be open to all the symbolic representation of this world. Noticing symbols around, that's why you can see so many symbols here. So it's not just your regular tarot deck if you are the aspiring tarot user. It is based on Rider-Waite deck, the classical Rider-Waite deck, but at the same time, the symbolism in the minor arcana is so much different. The major arcana is quite replicating the Rider-Waite deck, but it's even there I use slightly different symbolic representations. But just because it's replicating the major one in many aspects, it's easy both for beginners and as well giving so much space for aspiring tarot users. And for all of you guys, if you just start to develop the levels of your attention and open up this chakra correctly and to keep it in tune continuously. All right, so what is card number 2? Card number 1 is 4 of Cups, as I already mentioned. Card number 2, the High Priestess. What a wonderful card. I love this card. And card number 3, which is Hierophant. I love this card as well. The stability card, learning card. All right, so if we start reading tarot, we always want to go to that aspect of reading from the heart, from the level of our intuition. That's all what I'm teaching you here. If you go to my website and you will dive deeper into what I am all about, it is basically that I use my deck to read from the heart, to read from the level of our intuition, and not just to read from the books, right? We can use books just to facilitate the process, but what I want to teach you here is to start working with your intuition correctly, okay? To wire these chakra centers, which are the most powerful ones within you, these 3 chakra centers, which are ajna, which is throat, which is heart and willpower. We want to wire them all into one direction. Everything else is stabilizing automatically here. All right, so step number 1, answering this question, what can I do today to actually maximize my energy levels? And it is 4 of Cups. So first of all, I pay attention that this is a very stable card. Number 4, stability card, double 2, right? So, and I have these cups, 2 up, 2 down. It just shows me everything is stable, okay? So in fact, my energy level is quite stable. I own it. That's what it shows for me today. And I see that this lady, Tridevia, her name is Tridevia. I channeled it through the process of creating this tarot deck. So Tridevia is sitting into the stable form. Nothing can touch her. She is into this pure stability now. Okay? But that was not just my question. I wanted to raise my energy levels to go to a high vibrational levels. So let's have a look at the next, the High Priestess. The answer is clear. All right, so I have to open up to more divine energy coming to me. Okay? The High Priestess also represents the stability, but it also invites the divine femininity aspect. So only through opening up more to my intuition, right, I can raise my energy levels even more. That's what I read through this card. And it also represents this knowledge and divine stability. Look how she is sitting here in that very, very stable aspect of hers. And she puts her legs, her feet into this bowl of water, and everything is stable, comfortable, and amazing. But at the same time, I read it here that with that enormous stability, which this card reflects, I can invite more divine femininity into my life, and this will be the answer for raising my vibrational level, to give me more energy. So it's not about me going and establishing more into my masculinity, it's more about establishing me more into my feminine aspect, maybe going somewhere to nature. I start thinking, I start reflecting. That's how you work with those cards. If you have tarot journal, just write down what can I do actually to establish myself more into that feminine aspect in me. And then answers are so obvious. Let's go and do something very feminine, right? Maybe I should go to the spa salon. And answers start coming. Now, the next card is also a very stable card. It just shows me again that I'm in a very stable state today of my energy level. But it shows me that, hey, Yulia, probably you want to continue learning, to invite some teachings into your life. Of course, this Hierophant card is representing teachings, representing gurus into your life. Now, I wanted to just share with you one specific thought. Whenever you work with gurus, be very, very attentive here. Never ever have anyone as guru into your life. I personally believe truly that you want to be always discerning. Let's say you went to India or somewhere. Just listen to what they say, but don't accept it as the ultimate truth. They are still here. You want to discern. You always want to have that critical mindset into you and discern, have that level of discernment within you, what speaks to you, what speaks to your energy structure, and then take the necessary. So you want to allow only what you want to allow. I have a powerful affirmation here for all of you guys. I allow only what I allow. Okay, so when you say it that way, especially if you are alone in the room, and nobody can listen to you, or you just write it down before you go sleeping, guess what's happening? You only wire yourself for allowance towards the best benevolence outcome for you. And I allow only what I allow in the most benevolent way for me. Okay, so that's how you do it, in the most benevolent way for me and others. You can enlarge it. Okay, so ideally you do it for me and others, to be in sync with the world and life. You always want to act with life, not against life. Okay, I really recommend you this, even if you are still into that shell where it's all about me in the Raja state. Raja is fiery, competitive state. It's okay, just accept it. But I really recommend to start wiring yourself towards a bit higher Sattva state. When you unite with the world, remember that the first card in the major arcana card, it's the Fool, and the last one, it's the World. I'm trying to find it in my deck. I cannot find it. I'm sorry for that. But it's in my previous sessions here, so if you wish, you can actually always come back to other videos and you can look it through. Also, all these cards are represented onto my website, so you can study them all there. All is in details. All the symbolic representations is shown there in details, so you are all welcome there. We will see you there. All right, so that was a short tarot card reading specifically done for this question, how can I raise my energy levels step by step? And that's how you can do it using your tarot card mirror, right? Tarot cards mirror. Again, I am teaching here how to use tarot in order to reflect yourself fully through the tarot and see the true snapshot through that. Many times we rely on opinions of others about ourselves, or we listen to others, whatever, but they have their representation of ours. They have their so-called lens through which they look at ours. They all went through their childhood issues, through their world, whatever. And guess what happens? What happens is they look at you through their lenses. And have you ever seen here some person who is like truly objective, or they always have some set of beliefs, you know? So if the person has a set of beliefs and you are surrounded by such people, guess what? You don't have true mirror, which is reflecting you to you. And if you want to truly start working with yourself and have that brutal honesty for the snapshot as of the moment, and to start actually doing the informative actions, informative decisions each and every day, moving in the right direction each and every day. Remember, you have the right only for one step forward. As in chess game, you can only pick the next right step to do, and that's it. And if you pick the wrong step, you are in a worse position. So that's exactly what I propose with my deck, just to give you that snapshot of your reality and to start working with your reality correctly, asking the righteous questions, interpreting the symbolic representation of the deck in the righteous way. So if you are interested, it talks to you. You are all welcome to my website, which is below in these comments to this video. Thank you so much for your amazing attention. You are amazing, guys, and wishing you a beautiful day ahead.